Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182, on Charter Communications and Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast, thenewscasters.com. You can also find us on the radio, icradio.media. Again, thank you so much. Oh, and by the way, if you have any ideas for television shows, you want me to do a little research for you, these two girls will tell you I'm like the world's biggest geek. So I love hanging out at libraries. I love doing stuff like that. So you're the reason we have this show, okay? And a number of you, oh, by the way, send an email to donna@donnasedge.com. Now, a number of you wanted to see another show from back in the day in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I decided to get the girls together. And so you're in for a treat. This is going to be such a fun show. Natasha and Karlynn are with me right now. And so, yeah, we used to have so much fun in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I miss you guys so much. You don't know how
you do.
Same.
But I want to say, so this is what I'm going to try to do. I'm trying to get you guys hooked to where you want to be on the show at least once a week. So we can kind of like go back and visit the old days and talk about current events and stuff like that, stuff that's been happening. But it's so good to be with you again today, girls. I love you and I miss you so much.
Oh, we love you too, Donna.
Miss both of
I
you so
said,
much.
I'm going to find this lady. I have been searching for you for years. I'm like, why can I not find her? Like, why can I not find her? And when I found you, I'm like, is this you, Donna, for real? Because you answered right away. This is Donna. I'm like, is that really you?
Unlike me.
It's me.
What, you didn't answer?
But let me mention this. There's one missing component. You remember our director, Sonia?
Yeah.
And you remember how Sonia used to get upset if we moved 1 centimeter?
Oh.
I mean, she would have like 3 lights here, 3 lights behind us. The sound had to be perfect. And like if I just reached over to say, hey, Karlynn, so-and-so, she'd go, ah! I mean, she'd start like through the
I couldn't move around in my chair.
Here I am just moving around. Just moving.
And then you remember Natasha was famous for being late.
Do you know what, Donna? I'm going to need you not to say that.
And get mad at us because we had everything set up.
Was I famous for
not how
Donna,
I
I think
wanted
I
it.
was late a couple of times. Not
No. She was, you got to back me up on this, Karlynn. She was late a lot. I mean, she was
oh
just.
my God, that is horrible to say.
She'd come whistling in. And,
We used to get fussed at.
That's why I was having a meltdown, a panic attack, because I couldn't get on this car. I'm like, oh my God, it's 1:19. Donna's going to think I'm late.
That's Natasha for you. I knew she was going to be the one say, let's have a meltdown. Is everything going to be okay?
I had a whole meltdown because I couldn't operate the stupid link. I couldn't remember my password.
I had this on my son.
For you Android people, I didn't know, like, you have to have your password for everything when you go to the Apple store to download any type of apps. So I'm like, oh, what is my password? I have so many passwords. I could not remember what my password was. I had to have a panic attack, reset the password, and then download the app. I'm just like, you know what? Donna, I'm going to be late, Donna.
Why Android is so easy.
It's so easy.
For old people like me.
I'm older than all of you combined. Are you kidding me? I mean,
She's
I'm
making
not
fun of both of us.
Well, that's what
On the
I
show,
tell.
you were mama, I was auntie, and she was the baby.
Not auntie.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
get
you
real
were the
offended when
baby.
people call me auntie.
Natasha was the baby of the group.
Mhm.
I mean, but I got to talk about the first time I met both of you. So
I don't even know, when did you meet Karlynn? I don't even know.
Oh man, I had this consignment shop, and it was on Mountain Island, which was where all the elite lived. So we got all this wonderful clothes and stuff, you know, Louis
And
Vuitton
I still
handbags, all
have
that stuff.
everything I got from you.
Really?
It was amazing, and we had low prices, so everybody could afford it. And so I'm talking. I had a waiting list of Louis Vuitton handbags, Coach bags, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But nice clothes, St. John. I mean, just the whole works. And we used to
That
have a
leather
lot of
jacket I got for my husband, we still got.
I don't know. What did I get? Did I get anything? I was just in there looking. I don't know. If
Yeah, here's what Natasha would do. Okay, so Natasha's what, 6'2" or something and skinny, and so she would pick us off. And so
And can wear everything.
I'm a model. You know, she comes in like that all the time. And so she comes in and she goes, let me just put some pieces together. So she puts pieces together and looks like $1 million. And she's looking at this stuff. And I'm going, that's not going to work, is it? But then you would show up, you'd be on the show, and there you'd be, everybody would be talking about how nice you were dressed.
Because I put prints that you wouldn't, I put horizontal with vertical. I mean,
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. It would not work.
and you always said you would never do that. You would never think to do that.
Because, okay, on me, you got to remember, I was the plus size one.
Yeah, but
Well,
you're not
yeah,
now.
I'm the plus size now. But on me, that wouldn't have looked good.
Well,
Yeah, but you know how to put it together too, though. You would come in getting stuff that people would like, I would never think of too. So I learned a lot of fashion stuff from you guys.
and we learned a lot of home remedies from you and your mom with that soap, with the bacon grease, the lye soap.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what we need to do. We need
Remember,
to get.
you were gonna give me some.
We need to make some. They call it lard.
Lard.
Now y'all are city girls. Do you know what lard is?
Yeah, that's what you use to make biscuits.
Yeah.
It's like nothing but white fat. It's
yeah,
white
but you
fat.
can also use lard as a base in certain salves and stuff.
Oh,
okay.
Now you're on DIY and homeopathic stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, but I use it on my face. It's a face cream, and so cow fat is very much in line with human fat. So that's why it goes really, really good on your skin.
So do you make the lard, or you buy it at the store in the green and white container?
No, I don't buy it at the store. I don't buy anything at the store.
Because you're cheap, remember?
Yeah, but the thing
She
about
has her farm.
yeah, but see, you don't know what's in it. So if I can't pronounce the word of an ingredient, I don't buy it. I just, you know, I'm away from it. So we have a local farmer who has cattle, and so we buy our beef and everything from him, and I tell him to save the lard. And so I use the lard. You render it down, and it turns into, you have cracklins and all the stuff that comes on top.
Yes, cracklins. You're a country girl.
Yeah. So you can make crackling cornbread with it and stuff like that. And
that's good.
So I render it down. I'll have to send you some. And I'll send you some skincare. You girls are going to go nuts over the skincare.
You're supposed to send me some soap too.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Speaking of skincare.
Speaking of which, this big goiter I have in my
this.
Here we go. What's that?
Body butter that I made for my daughter and my husband. Remember how she used to have that real problem skin and her allergies would come out?
Yeah.
Well, this one is on its way to Germany because a lot of the people over there have been buying from me because, and I got my master herbalist. So this, if I can open it.
So do you have like an Instagram site or Facebook page or a business page for this? You tell us what your business is. What's the name?
Well, my herbal remedies and stuff is going to be named after my daughter. Aurora's All Natural.
Okay.
And I had started that back when we were in Augusta. Yeah, in Augusta when she was born. And so the only thing I have on Instagram is just, and social media is just my photography stuff. But I'm about to add that to it. Yeah, because over in Germany, it was so crazy to do your own, what they call HBB, home-based business. You have to not, because at one time when we were over there, they said all you had to do is pay your U.S. taxes for it. Then, like a year over, the government, the German government, they wanted their hand in it too. So not only were you paying taxes to the US for your HBB, but you also had to pay to the German
Oh man,
for
that's
your
terrible.
HBB.
Why would you pay to the United States if you're over in Germany?
Huh?
You said you had to pay to the United States also?
Yeah, because you're on a military base. You're on a US base and US housing, even though you were living in and on the economy. Because a lot of those houses over there, they're owned by the German people. But each person will have a contract for their house with the government.
So you guys are done with the moving and with the traveling. Like your husband's out of the military? Is he still in the military?
After 32 years, yes, he is finally retired. Woohoo, yes.
So what do y'all do every day besides get on each other's nerves?
Oh, he went back to work. He's now a contractor.
Oh, okay.
And I don't even know what he does. I don't want to know what he does because
if he told you, he'd have to kill you.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, that's how our husbands are, you know.
Mm-hmm. But see what he does, I just like that interview when you were asking me a couple of questions, and I was like, I can't answer that.
Is he spaced out or he's out of the country? Is he out of the country?
No, he's here in the States.
Oh, okay, so that's why you guys are where you are because of his work. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. If not, we would have been staying in Germany. But because
what was Germany like? Did you like living there?
Oh, girl. It is so clean. No litter.
Wow.
That's because they kill you if they see you throwing something outside the window over there.
Because when we were over there, it was right at the height of COVID. They took that serious. They basically would turn around and fine you if you didn't have your mask on and you were out in public. You got fined.
Well, most all countries took it seriously except for America, United States.
Exactly. But guess what? Georgia. They fined you 55,000 euro.
And
how
what
much is that?
That's almost 60,000 in American money.
What? Who has that to pay?
If you got caught walking around without your mask and going into stores without your mask or going around knowing that you were sick.
So it's safe to say that COVID was not as prevalent over there as it was here.
Nope.
You didn't have as many cases.
It wasn't. In fact, when family knew we were coming back, they kept saying, well, be careful of certain states because they're hot.
Georgia was one of them. We never closed down. We never closed down. That's why all these people
when we came back for his father's funeral, I was so surprised at how lax Charlotte was because he died of COVID.
That's surprising for Charlotte. I figured that's
very surprising.
I was really surprised to see how many people believed and they took precautions, and other people were like, oh no, this is fake, this isn't real, I'm going to walk around and I'm not going to get vaccinated, I'm not going to do this. But being in the military, whether we wanted to or not, we had to be vaccinated. And over in Germany and over in Europe, if you wanted to travel, you had to be vaccinated. You had to show your vaccine card.
Well, that's surprising. Like she said, that's surprising for Charlotte because Charlotte is very conservative.
Yeah.
It's not even anything like Atlanta. The governor never closed down anything here in Georgia. That's why all these people were coming from New York. They're coming from everywhere. And Don and I were talking about they can't drive because they're coming from all different parts of the country because clubs never closed down, the bars, the restaurants, nothing closed. It was still.
Florida was like that too.
Oh, really?
Because I know when my oldest son got married, he and his wife, they went like the next year because they got married right when things closed down and they had to change their wedding date. And then her uncle, the bride's uncle, he had a church and he was a minister. So he went on and he said, okay, only 10 people can be in the church and they have to be spaced. But no, I think it was like 30. So it was 10 people sitting out and everybody else was in the wedding party.
That's
and
wild.
everybody was spaced out.
That is something else. Now, I'm sure you guys heard about my state, the state of Alabama. Our governor, her name is Kay Ivey, and everybody called her Mama Ivy. She's like everybody's grandmother. And so she actually said, I'm going to get y'all if y'all don't start staying in.
How old is this lady?
So we all just started kind of calling her Mama Ivy, you know. So it was different. It was really different back in the COVID days. But you know something, because of COVID, I'm where I'm at right now. COVID was actually good to me. It's really weird. Well, I have asthma, and so I was renting space from a radio station, and they were kind of on their last leg. This lady had gotten this radio station as a divorce settlement, and she was hoping I would buy it, and I didn't want to buy it. It was like really old. The equipment was old and all this stuff. And so she was freaking out because I have asthma. And she said, I want you to start staying. She said, you know, you can do this from your home. You can have you don't have to come here and rent space from me. So Phil had a studio built for me. And so I actually have the studio on the farm until I come here to the Gadsden Mall. And it worked out great. I mean, I am loving it. I'm not having to fight traffic or anything like that. It's great. And some of the shows are out in the garden, but I can't wear a mask with this asthma. I'm smothering if I've got a mask on. I just can't do it.
Especially in the summertime.
I just had to stay home. And so it all worked out with the show. It actually worked out for the better. So
do you take medicine for your asthma like that? It's a pump or something?
No.
Inhaler?
You know how? Nope, I don't even do that. And so I felt like I was being sold something. I went to a lung specialist, and I actually developed asthma. I didn't have it when I knew you guys. I was working at a radio station, and the guy who was at the station smoked like a chimney inside. And I developed asthma from working there. So I had to leave.
Oh, wow.
It was a terrible thing. And so I was at the place, and the specialist said, you need a breathing treatments. And all I could think of is my stepfather, who used to walk around with this little thing with wheels on it.
The oxygen machine.
I don't want to do that. So I talked to our pastor's wife, who also, she did teach nursing, and she also has a doctorate in nursing. And I said, do I need this dumb machine? And she said, no, you need to do breathing treatments. And she said, if you'll just breathe naturally, because you're going to get hooked on that machine. And also ginger. I take ginger root every
yes, I swear by ginger.
I love ginger. And ginger is so good for you. It gives you energy and just, I do all the natural stuff. Now, I'm also an herbalist. So, so we're going to get along with that really well. So, I know, Karlynn, do you grow your own herbs? There you go.
This is all my recipe book.
You know what? You need to send me some of those recipes. What's in there?
Everything.
Like what? Give me an example of something that's in. Just open a page.
Okay. The one that I really sell the most of.
What does that say? I can't see that.
You can't see it.
Is tincture for chest respiratory, very strong. And this is the one that I use when I was making tinctures when COVID first came out and before the vaccine came.
Well, excuse me, but what is a tincture?
It's awesome.
It's a tea.
It is the world's best.
Different herbs, and you can either put vinegar in as a preservative, honey in as a preservative, or 80% proof and up liquor. And I use the liquor and the honey.
Now, if you put the vodka in it, it lasts forever.
It does.
It'll last for decades.
So it's like,
and I even use some moonshine. That was
So
the
it's like
best.
a hot toddy.
Yeah, you could with this. You just put like a I put a tablespoon when we had COVID a couple of years ago over in Germany, and it was the year that they just had the schools where they could come without their mask on, and some of the kids were teachers' children in the high school, and they turned around, made their kids come to school sick, snotting, coughing, throwing up all on the bus and everything, knowing good and well that they're sick with COVID, but they were letting them do it anyway. And my kids came home, brought it home. And with this, they didn't have it as long as normal people would, and they didn't lose their sense of smell or taste. I caught it the next week, and you take like a teaspoon, put it in your tea, or what I did was I would put it in a shot glass with Coke, because they would, even the older ones, Walter and Theo, they were like, ew, this is nasty. This tastes like blank. Even the kids, they were like, Wesley would turn around and say, oh, this is static. This tastes like static. And everyone would turn around and say, just throw it back, shoot it back. So what I did was I would put it in a shot glass and pour Coke on top of it to the top and make them shoot it back that way, and keep giving them Coke so they can rinse the rest of it out of the shot glass.
So basically, it's kind of nasty like sea moss.
Sea moss is in it, but a lot of people don't realize, and they're those who, these so-called YouTube, and I know I'm gonna, Donna, you may get a whole lot of people saying that so-and-so doesn't know what she's talking about. Yes, I do. Sea moss is very good.
Sure is.
Very good for your immune system, but a lot of people do not understand and do not know. If you have any kind of underlying health issues, say heart issues or diabetes, anything dealing with your vessels, your heart, your kidneys, or anything like that, you have to be careful with sea moss. So that's why I made another tincture to counteract the effect, and I call it Healthy Heart. And what it does, it helps your body work with that sea moss and the other herbs that I have together that I have. It makes the sea moss stronger to help with your immune, but that Healthy Heart will help your body stay strong to work with that sea moss. And a lot of people don't understand that. Sea moss is very good for you, but it can damage if you don't.
I never knew that.
Yeah, a lot of people. Oh, can you say I've had so many people get mad at me and say, I don't want to talk to you. You don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I do. I got my doctors in this.
You know, there are so many herbs. Yeah, but there are so many herbs that are so good for you. Have you ever used comfrey?
Yes.
What is that?
Wesley broke his collarbone, and I would make the decoction with it, or the tea, and I put it on a rag and put it on, and then put a heating pad over it. Also made him sip it while it was hot. Comfrey root mixed with bone mend helps mend your bones quicker. It's a herb literally called bone mend. And those two together, comfrey root is woohoo, yes.
So you have a garden?
And you know something? Comfrey is also good for skincare because you can hydrate it. Yep. And just, you know, make it brittle and that kind of thing. And then you can mix it with it. You can do a tincture with it and take it, you know. Now, they say not to take, you need to take tincture or any kind of comfrey, like comfrey, needs to be done no longer than 3 months. I don't know if that's true or not. But, you know, a lot of people.
My mother told me she used to do it all the time. It never bothered her.
Well, see, that's the whole thing, because they want you to look like you're some kind of a freak just because you want to use herbal medicine instead of the weird stuff that goes into your body. And I'm into the natural stuff, and I got to tell you, it's great skincare.
Yep.
I mean, this
So
stuff.
where do you buy this comfrey from, or what?
Uh,
I raised my own.
you can, but if you're not like Donna and don't have the land or the yard to grow it, there are a few on Amazon that are very good at getting fresh.
But make sure it's 100%, okay? Because sometimes
No mix. You don't want no
it'll be
mix.
comfrey in it with a bunch of other stuff.
Now,
You
is
know,
it a plant? Is it a herb, or is it in liquid form? Like you said, make sure
they do have it in liquid form. You can go to some vitamin shops and they will have like, okay, Earth Fair. Is it Earth Fair or Earthware? That grocery store.
Earth Fair.
Okay, they have a section where you can go in and get like the little bottles of tinctures, and they have like different herbs. It can be in a pill form, but I wouldn't trust certain pill forms of comfrey because just like anything, you don't want to take too much of it. If they don't know how much you eat, that's why you need to be with someone who understands the herbs, knows the difference. Even like with these mushrooms that everyone is starting to get into, you got to be careful what mushrooms you take. And now the Asian mushrooms, oh, that's perfect for you. Because, and we got one of them that grows here, chaga. A lot of people don't realize chaga, it looks like people who, these forest people that don't know, they'll cut it off the trees because they say it's a parasite. No, it is a mushroom growing on birch, white birch, and it looks crappy, real. And Donna, I'm being nice. I'm not going to say my Sunday school language. Yep. But it's good for your blood. If you have diabetes, it will level your A1C down to normal and keep it there. If you have cancer, it will help fight those cancer cells that's in your body.
Well, I don't mean to interrupt. You said it can, because I have some family members. They're on cholesterol medicine. I know once you get on these medicines, it's hard to get off. And you said it will lower your levels, your A1C3 or whatever it is. So what happens when you stop taking it? Does it go back up? I mean, is it an ongoing thing?
It's not a quick fix magic pill. Herbal remedies, you take it every day, or at least like you can start taking. Some will say take no more than 2 weeks and then start back up 2 weeks later.
How do you spell this?
COMFCOM.
Okay, you sounded out your syllables. COM
FREYE.
REYE or YA? I mean,
Y.
Oh,
I feel like I'm back in Charlotte again.
The two of us cutting up.
But I have to say, I missed this. I really do. This is therapy for me today. Thank you so much.
We are the peanut gallery.
Yeah, we
absolutely.
always had you over there laughing, even though I got in trouble trying to make her laugh. You were.
I don't remember you getting in trouble, Karlynn.
I think it was when your mother or your grandmother was sick.
My grandmother must have been my grandmother.
And I was trying to make you smile, and the audience thought I was making fun of one of the guests. And I was like,
that happened.
Why was the camera on me? I kept doing it when the light wasn't on me. How did it?
Well, that's when your mic is still on and everything else, and they're still.
All I'm going is.
Yeah, we had to kind of watch it, you know, with the mics and stuff, because and they would say mics are off, but I never trusted it. And then y'all would start talking, and I'd go shh. And then somebody would say mics are off, and I'd go, I don't trust it. But they said the mics are off, and I don't trust it. Hey guys, we have to go into a commercial break. We'll be right back in just a minute.
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors, and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Donna's Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant.
Good afternoon. We're back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show. But I got to say, the woman's edge. I miss y'all. And so I've got Natasha and Karlynn back with me, and we had so much fun with this show. Hey, you remember the time we had the Christian psychiatrist on the show with us? And
That's the one I got in trouble for.
Well, okay, this is the one that, and I love this lady. I mean, she was absolutely awesome. So she said, there's a difference between men and women. And of course, I'm trying to keep y'all from cackling. And I said, no doubt, we understand the difference. And then I said, something? You're absolutely right. There's a difference. And I remember the story about Phil. We were riding down the road, and we were driving by a Wendy's, and I said, I like Frosties. And Phil just kept going. And then he said, what are you sulking about? And I said, I wanted a Frosty. And he
Why
said,
didn't you say anything?
You said you
said you like Frosties.
Yeah, you said you liked them. So, and you remember the emails we started getting from men because, the three of us, we were wondering, are men even watching this? It's just a woman show. Well, men were sending emails saying, your husband is absolutely right. Why can't you women just say what you want? Why do you play guessing games? I kept getting those emails from guys.
Because is that where we got our questions from? From the email.
And we started bringing our little tablets and phones so we could start looking at the emails so we can answer it on show.
Forgot
and
about
then the men started getting mad because I was too smart, Mom.
you that sassy mouth.
Yeah, you. Yeah, but you know something? You got the point across. And so there were a lot of things that were going on. Things were going on in politics and all this kind of stuff that we're doing. And people wanted us to keep it real. And we did. I mean, we kept it real. And I do miss that, and just,
as real as we could.
Yeah, without getting
kicked off the air.
Yeah.
We came on at 9:00 or 10:00 on Friday nights.
On 10 o'clock.
8?
I thought it was 10.
At one time it was 8. I think that was after you left to go back home. Okay. And I saw some of the reruns at 8.
Because I know a friend of mine has a friend that had a show. I think he's on after us. It was the Floyd Struthers show or something. He used to come on. I don't even know if that channel is still on. Is it still on? The public access channel? I never see it when I come home.
I'm not home.
Well, you know what? None of us are at home, and I never see it. Like, you can be turning the channels and look at the guy, but I never see that.
I still see the building when I'm driving over that way.
Where's the building?
That area.
Oh, you mean our building?
Yeah, that area is all changed.
You would not even know it. Donna, I don't know if Donna's been there, but you would
over there in a while, you would not recognize it.
I go home, I'm like, well, what happened to that? When did that get there?
Best, but
it's better.
It's weird.
It's very expensive.
We got lost.
I get lost every time.
The freeway is all messed up because of the toll roads.
Oh. See,
you remember how I used to have to go down Beatties Ford Road and we could jump down onto Trade and then can't do that no more.
You can't go down Beatties Ford and get to Trade?
You can, but there's a trolley there.
Oh yeah, the things in the road, and they expanded the light rail to go past Beatties Ford, I think, out to
Huntersville. But Huntersville people are not going to let them do that. Remember when we were discussing about the that at that time it was like 200-year-old stone, the stone wall into Huntersville going into Ladder Plantation. And we were talking about how they wanted to tear it down to widen that road because it was just 2 lanes coming and going. Huntersville people weren't going to let them destroy that.
Yeah, but it was so beautiful. I mean, it was so pretty. Okay. So what happened to Natasha? Okay, there she is. All right, let me let her. I don't know. I was kind of toying. Did we even need to add you back in or not? There she goes again.
Donna, you was doing good. You almost held it in the road.
Yeah,
I almost kind of swayed away from the path. Don't let Karlynn get you into trouble.
I'll try not to.
I only got 2 horns today. The third one didn't come up.
She probably sent you a text message, Donna, saying, "Hey, say this." Because that doesn't even sound like you.
You know, Charlotte, North Carolina is a great place to be.
I want to go back. I can't wait to go back home.
I don't.
Yeah, but when we go back, I want to go to the Goodwill thrift store out on Freedom Drive.
The community.
That one's not there no more.
Yeah, they
closed the Pound one. I hated that Pound.
Yeah, it's over on Wilkinson Boulevard now.
Oh yes, because and I'm so upset because when they first opened that one at Wilkinson a few years ago, it has like a learning center. I got so much good stuff from there. It was called the Boutique inside the Goodwill, where they had like a bunch of name brand stuff, and you could walk over, which was behind the boutique store, to the Pound. You buy by the pound. Now they've closed the boutique and it's just by the pound. I hate sifting through that stuff. Like,
And then once you
bus gonna jump on me, like,
once you were in there, I stopped going because my daughter was looking for something. I don't know. She just wanted to get some things so she's like you, fashionista. And they had just put all the shoes out. And before the man got away, they bombarded.
That's what they do.
And I'm like, what the
They
heck?
just stand there and wait.
I did it. I didn't say the other one. I said, heck.
I was waiting. I was bracing myself.
I thought it was HEE hockey sticks. Double hockey sticks, however you say it.
I didn't say hello.
That's how they do. The people will bring out the little bins and they'll just be standing around converging like a bunch of vultures just waiting for the meat. I mean, it's like, what are y'all doing?
And then they grab everything, but then they
style.
sift through and throw it someplace else just to get what they want.
I'm sorry, I can't dig through those big bins. I just can't.
Oh man, I could spend all day digging.
Oh no, I have to have a mask on, gloves.
I love it, but all you
I
got to
don't
do
mind it, but when you got certain people in there,
We'll have to take you to the community thrift store. I mean, that's a good one.
that one. But now, what is it? It's off of Ray Road. There's 2 of them there now, and they have a lot of stuff in there that still have the tags on. I just bought a couple of outfits from there. The shirt alone still said $120.
Oh, I love a find like that. You get it for cheap.
And
Yes,
I mean,
so Phil complains because he can't find anything in a thrift store because you don't have
he needs to go to that one.
He needs to go to
He
But
needs to go to
us,
that
we'll
one.
buy something meaning to lose weight to get into it sometime, and then we never lose it. We wind up throwing it to the
like, I'm
Goodwill.
waiting to get back into this jacket.
Oh, I gotta mention this. You remember? Okay, so Karlynn used to do my makeup, and the reason she would do it is because I'm as pale as a corpse, and she would say I look like somebody who's done a bloodletting, and so she would say I can't even see you. You're so pale. So she would really paint me up. I'm telling you, she would say, now I'm using more makeup than you would normally use. And so she really did. And I had to say it looked good. I mean, it really did. I actually didn't look like myself at all. You could actually see me. So anyway, it was during the holidays. And so we were expecting people to come over to the house for Christmas. And so I went to the grocery store where they're not used to seeing me like that. They're used to seeing me with hardly any makeup at all. And they knew who I was, the checkout and all the people there. And then I'm like, why are they looking at me like this for? And then I thought, oh,
makeup.
You still had your makeup on.
So what I would normally do is as soon as the show was over, I'd run to the restroom in the studio and just start taking makeup off. But I didn't have time to do it. I had to hurry because people were coming to go to the house. And they were staring at me like crazy. And so I was having to ask people. I said, well, do you like it better or worse? And most of them were going, well, we like the natural you. And then some of them were saying, I kind of dig that. I like the way you look with the makeup on. So
you don't
you
wear
did a
makeup
great
on a regular?
job.
You did come on now.
That's what I'm saying. You have makeup on.
Yeah, I learned makeup tips from you, Karlynn.
Thank you.
I knew she was going to be all painted up.
Who,
Yeah,
me?
but the only
You-
thing that I couldn't
yes.
do was the false eyelashes. You remember you were trying to
I
get me
tried
do
to put
false
those things
eyelashes?
on today because my lash tip didn't have any openings today. So I tried to get some and put them on. Those things are all the way up here, and I'm like, forget it. I'm not gonna have on any eyelashes, and I'm gonna be looking crazy with no eyelashes on. But it is what it is.
I just
Yeah,
put
but here's the
mascara on.
problem
I
is
didn't even, my daughter has my eyelash glue. I didn't even feel like it.
But you know what?
wasn't even
Some of
gonna
these
go
girls,
fight.
they can just put it on, just stick it on, and it's on. Take the tweezers, and I'm like, mine is all up
I
here.
can't do it. I just can't do it.
You look up and you drop it.
Well, I did that and it didn't work.
Are you talking about the magnetic ones?
Not the magnetic ones. You have to have.
Those hurt.
Do they?
They hurt.
My girlfriend.
But now they have where I can't do that magnetic eyeliner. I'm like you. I did the eyeliner one day with my contacts in, and I tried to put the lash on. That lash was like this. I went, what did I do?
Yeah,
It
but do you
looks so
remember when
simple,
you,
but it's not.
yeah, but Karlynn was trying her best to get me to wear these eyelashes, the false eyelashes, and I couldn't do it. So anyway, I think I finally found some at the Dollar Tree or something. 'Cause you know how cheap I am. I didn't want
Oh
to spend.
God, God, you keep.
But you know what? Custom.
Yeah,
you
but
just
then
cut
Put
yourself.
them in
you remember
bread.
they were coming off, and Sonia never wanted to stop a roll for anything. I mean,
I remember.
And
Poor
I was doing
Sonia.
this, and I was trying to do this, and I was trying to take the eyelash off, so that people couldn't see it flip or something. So I never wanted to wear eyelashes again. It was just like, forget it. And I was giving mean looks to Karlynn because I was keep it on and on and on and on. And
Well,
so,
Donna, since you're such a thrifter and you don't like to spend money, my sister just told me that the Dollar Tree is upping their prices again.
they're $1.25 now. I got so
No,
upset.
it's gonna go up to like I think 175, 150 or something.
Well, guess what? I went in there thinking I'm going to buy some paper plates. I wound up spending $3 for a bag of paper plates.
Really?
Yes,
At the Dollar Tree?
at the Dollar Tree.
Normally,
Okay, that
only
must be
thing
one of them that's got it's Dollar Tree and Dollar General
and
together.
family and
No,
and
I
Family
went-
Dollar.
Yeah,
Family
no, the
Dollar.
one I went to, it was straight up Dollar Tree, just like Five Below. It's Five Below and more. Five Below and something.
Really, I never go to Five Below.
Oh, now that's another place where you can get like some real nice stuff.
I mean, when I worked beside it, when I was working at Home Goods, it was one beside it. I would go in there for a soda or some candy or chips or something, but I never was one to go, oh, I'm gonna go to Five Below and see what they have today.
I get my little bully, her little t-shirts from there. I
Are they
gotta go
dog
and
friendly?
get her raincoat because we're not going there.
Wait
with
a minute,
that.
the dog has a raincoat.
Oh, she got a coat. She got pajamas. Her fat butt can't fit her sweater dress no more.
Your dog.
Your
Yep,
dog.
my doggy, my little baby.
Now, what kind of dog is it? American Bully?
She's American Bully and Pocket Bully, so she's like
Pocket.
in between the two, and she's not as that, but
Where's she at?
she's in her bed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, her
Because
bed.
if she was in here, you would see her tearing up the place just so she could
so
be
she
on
can't come.
TV.
She can't come out. She has to be locked up. Okay.
No, when mommy's on the phone, she acts just like a 2-year-old. And she
So
gets
let me
her.
ask you something. So we have a cat, and this is a rescue cat. We have a dog, a rescue dog. And so my son Brad says, I'm expecting you guys to put the cat and the dog in the wheel instead of me, because you seem to care more about the cat and the
How old
dog.
is your cat?
That's what they say about mine.
Donna,
How old is
your
the cat?
Oh, no, I have no clue. A friend of mine had passed away, and he owned a restaurant called the Green Leaf Grill. And he was a chef. I'm going to tell you, he was wonderful. So he and I were really, really good friends. He was one of my sponsors of the show. But he passed away, had a heart attack. And so his sister was trying to figure out what to do with his cat. And I said, I want his cat. I said, it'll be kind of like being around Jimmy again. So I got, and he is spoiled rotten. I mean, he thinks he's all that.
I don't like cats.
Oh, well,
I like
First,
animals.
I'm allergic to them, and they scare me because they just stare at you.
I'm allergic, but
you're staring at them. So
what?
Natasha, you've done that stare down before. I've seen the stare down, and
Have
that's why the cat is afraid.
isn't this the look?
It's that look.
Karlynn, I hate you.
Oh,
but
Do it again. Let me see. Do it again. Do it again, Karlynn.
Yeah,
it's better.
yeah. Karlynn's really cool.
Who am I staring at? Who do I stare at like that?
Anybody, when you could just be looking at when we were on recording, you would go,
Y'all, you know what? Y'all are so terrible. Y'all keep saying all this stuff that I did. I was late. Now I had the death stare, and
oh, don't feel bad because I was told I had the resting bee face too. So That's why they used to say, smile, smile. And I'm going to you, smile, smile.
What is the rest and be face? What does that look like? Like just stoic?
Show us.
Is that it? I want to see when I see people that they say have that face, it means that their face is all crunched up and they look like Jane Hathaway from the Beverly Hillbillies.
No, they used to say that I could just be sitting here going.
Karlynn, when is your birthday?
I'm a 10-10 baby.
October.
Oh,
That's Libra.
Libra,
You
October
seem like
10th.
an Aries or a Taurus.
I was raised with the Aries, my daddy, and my oldest son is a Taurus.
See what I'm saying?
And he thinks
How did I know
he's my
that?
daddy.
I just because you just seem like an Aries or a Taurus. Like my mother's a Libra, so I don't know.
And my mother's an Aries. My biological mother is an Aries.
Because you're a little bit slick at the mouth.
And you know what? I found out I got it honest too.
Where'd you get it from?
My mama.
Oh, I can't. That is so fun to see y'all again after what, 12 years? It's been like what, 11, 12 years?
so
I think
like
I came here in
We've been living
2012.
in Alabama now for 11 years.
So
We're in
it's been that long, 12.
Since 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would drive back to Charlotte for the show, to tape the show.
Mhm.
For whatever reason that was, I don't know. But I moved to Alabama. I don't even know why. I'm not saying about why I would drive because I wanted to do the show. But for some reason, I didn't want to tell anybody that I had moved away from Charlotte. I was like, well, maybe she won't let me be on the show anymore if she knows I don't live here.
Okay, so now you're living in Atlanta now. Do you like Atlanta?
Karlynn, get the face for me.
Okay, so I guess that means you don't like Atlanta.
I mean,
Okay.
I do, but I like Charlotte now because back when I left, it was nothing really for people of color to do except for on Friday and Saturday if you go to the club. Now you go back home, you see all the bars, the restaurants, you got museums, you have a lot of stuff for people of color to do. It was just catered, it's not catered to one race anymore. It's just a lot of stuff for us to do. That's why I want to go back home because it's getting to be like here in Atlanta, but Atlanta is just so overcrowded. I know there's killings everywhere, but every time you turn on the news, it's a kid shooting another kid. It's a kid shooting at the high school. It's a kid taking a car on a joyride and crash. I mean, it's like, what? Let me go back home. I've had enough.
That's why my kids didn't want to go back to public school. They're
But you know,
online.
the thing about Charlotte is it's a big city. It's the biggest city in North Carolina.
Yeah.
But there's so many little towns. There's so many little communities within Charlotte, and it feels like a small town, but it's a huge city.
It is. I saw in some survey they voted Charlotte one of the best cities to live in now. I'm like, it wasn't like that when I was there.
It sure
Couldn't have
was.
anything to
I
do.
still don't
You had
want
to go to a little hole in the walls to have something to do on Friday and Saturday. Now you can go to anywhere. Lots of good hotels downtown, building up everywhere. You wouldn't even recognize Graham Street. Like,
Nope.
And they're slowly coming up Beatty's Ford. Slowly coming up Beatty's Ford.
Over there by Johnson C. Smith,
right there, you wouldn't have
houses are
recognized.
already like $500,000.
Exactly. And I have a friend that lives there and they keep trying to buy her out. She said, no, I'm not leaving because your price isn't good enough. Because
That's because you want to know why? Because buying those homes, because that's what happened with my house. We did not get paid anything when they bought our house.
where was your house?
Right there off of Bays Ford Road, right behind Friendship Baptist.
Out McAllister? What, by the Royal Orleans Apartments?
On the other side, Donshire. Right there on the corner of McAllister and
Devonshire?
Donshire.
Donshire. Because my friend lives off of McAllister, which is on the new Friendship is across the street, but the old Friendship I think is still there. He lives.
I was behind the old Friendship.
Okay, well that's where the Royal Orleans is. And it's a street called McAllister right there. That's the
I'm on Okay, McAllister, which one was right here? I'm the house. I was the house directly behind the old church.
Okay.
Right at, it was from the church, it was the bottom of the hill, but in the neighborhood, I was at the top of the hill.
And like you said, by Johnson C. Smith, by the churches, you don't even recognize that anymore.
Those
Is it Tuckasegee?
Those houses are.
They are, like you said, $1 million homes. Right there in the middle of still some little shicey, like on LaSalle, you know, LaSalle, that Texaco on LaSalle, you get off 77. It's a whole bunch of.
They're building up that part of LaSalle.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna learn all those people out there just hang around and loiter all day and all times of the night.
Oh, but on the Batesford Road side of LaSalle, they're not gonna let them try to sell it by coming in.
You mean where Nikki's is?
Because my brother-in-law lives over there. They rebuilt West Charlotte, the school.
They did?
I've got to get back. I'm missing so much. I've got to get back.
You got to get back to Charlotte. Yes, you do.
Rebuilt.
I've got to get back to Charlotte.
Why don't you ever come to Charlotte?
Because I'm busy on a farm feeding cows and
chickens,
goats, making butter, rendering down butter fat or whatever you said, lard fat.
Hey, making your homemade butter is good.
Oh, it's the best. I mean, hey, what did your husband say about eggs, Karlynn? The ones that you actually got in Germany, he thought something was wrong with the eggs.
Said, why is the yolk so orange? What's wrong with it?
Was it a duck egg?
No, it was a chicken egg.
So why was it so orange?
Because it was real.
When I do that and I crack an egg, it looks like that. I throw it away. I'm like, what is this?
No,
so we get chickens, and these are like the best eggs ever.
And you don't have to put them in the refrigerator.
Oh man, that's true.
What kind of eggs don't go in the refrigerator?
Fresh.
The ones that have
fresh. There's no preservatives in it. The chickens don't get all those hormones. You go in Germany, we went to the base and got chicken. I didn't feel like driving and waiting on him, so me and the kids, we walked down the street to the economy grocery store called the Ithaca. Best grocery store. They said, what's wrong with this chicken? This chicken tastes weird compared to the chicken that we get from the base in America. I said, this doesn't have hormones. True. And they said, well, it tastes good, but it took them a while to get used to the German butchers and even the meat, the beef, you could tell the difference.
Hey,
chicken
guys,
breasts weren't this big.
We have a minute and a half left in this segment.
We do. That's it.
It flew by. I mean,
that's how it was when we were in Charlotte together.
It's just been gone. But people liked us because we clicked and we clicked now. I mean, after all these years, we're clicking again.
What did we call ourselves? We not Charlie's Angels, but what did we call ourselves?
I can't remember. We wasn't The View.
No,
we were The Woman's Edge.
I know we wasn't The View, but we was like The View. But what did we call ourselves? We did call ourselves
The Woman's Edge.
I thought we did.
We all had those yellow mugs. And by the way, Donna,
don't say you still have
living up in Williamsburg. The people, and I hope they're watching this. I really hope they do, because I'm coming after them, because they stole that cup.
What people?
They stole the cup. They stole a whole bunch of my belly dance outfits.
Who are these people?
The movers.
Oh.
The movers.
That's terrible.
They stole my wedding set.
What? Oh my goodness, I'd be after them. Hey guys, we're gonna have to call it a day. We're gonna have to do this again.
Thanks for having us, Don.
Yes, I'm good for it.
Thank you, Karlynn. Thank you so much. Love you guys.
Love you too.
We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.